I like what Top Rank and ESPN are doing, giving y'all a platform. Even though y'all young in y'all careers, an opportunity for people to see y'all, get familiar with y'all. I dig it. I think that is great. And all the young guys. So I really wanted Troy in here, and I also really wanted Duke in here. None of y'all are really talkers though. So I was like, what this gonna look like? I thought that the three of y'all would make one another comfortable, and we would have more fun.
You said you didn't mind that there weren't all three, but you keep going back. He's like, yeah, it's fine, not all three.
Yeah, no,
if we had all three, though, man, this show would be crazy.
Yeah. So, but anyway, man, we got you, and the main thing here is we just want to expose you to our fans, to the PorterWay Podcast fans, and I think that we've talked about you, we've shown highlights of you. And probably at least 3 of his fights. Yeah. Will you have 5?
5-0?
Yeah, 5. Yeah.
5-0 with 4 KOs?
4 knockouts, yeah.
Yeah, with 4 big knockouts too. Mm-hmm. How's that going for you so far? The pro game.
It's going good. In the beginning, it took me a while to, I'm still getting comfortable. I'm still, learning the game and developing more, and just gaining more and more experience. They're giving me some good fights. As each fight go on, it's better and better opponents. And training camps, man, it's just been going good, man. I've been learning a lot, and just getting more and more comfortable just being a professional fighter.
You're 24. You started boxing when you were
I was
7.
Yeah, 7 years.
Yeah, you started 7. Yeah, and then you started competing when you were 8.
Yeah.
All that time as an amateur, you went on and you did the Olympic Games just this past 2021. In Tokyo, right?
Right.
Congratulations on everything that you did out there. I thoroughly enjoyed commentating that. What's the difference when you say I'm still getting comfortable? For you, what's the difference between what's 20 something?
Don't do the math.
Yeah, don't do the math. What 15 plus years as an amateur fighter, and then you got 5 fights as a pro. What's the separation there? You think?
Well, in the amateurs, everything is. You gotta do everything in those three rounds.
Yeah.
You got 3 rounds, man, to show the judges that you're the winner of that fight. Mm-hmm. And the pros is more. You have to be more, I feel like it's more technical in the pros. More strategy, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta really know what you're doing in a professional fight. You know what I mean? Like whatever game plan that your corner has for you. You got to execute that game plan, but also be on your P's and Q's. You know what I'm saying? You fight with no headgear. You got 8-ounce gloves on. And I feel like, just being more, picking your shots better. Everything. I feel like everything, it's more slowed down more than it is in the amateurs. Yeah. Amateurs is more fast-paced. So you jump. But.
Did you know about the 8-ounce gloves?
Yeah.
I did not.
I was excited for the 8-ounce gloves too.
Yeah, I had no clue about them damn 8-ounce gloves.
Yeah, I was excited.
Was there anything that surprised you at all? I know you mentioned adjusting, but is there anything as you become a pro, whether it's inside the ring or outside, where you're like, damn, I really didn't expect this, or I didn't think it was like this as a pro?
My debut, actually. It was actually people that knew who I was.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it was people that had like my Olympic posters. And I think it was Top Rank posters too. And people was asking me to sign them and stuff. So that caught me off guard. I didn't really expect.
Yeah.
You know.
You debuted when he got,
Wait, hold on, wait a minute.
Yeah, he debuted on the
say he debuted on the Crawford Porter card.
On Crawford Porter,
That's all you got to say. What the hell?
I was mostly excited. I was like, oh man, Tiger's debuting this week. And I was like, oh, Shawn fights too, man. That's pretty cool. A couple of Ohio guys.
I had nothing to do with that, by the way. He called me up and everything. I'm just outside shooting a hoop in my driveway, and he said, "Hey man, we have been communicating, and I've been checking on him and asking him when he was debuting." He said, "Man, I would love to debut on your card." I was like, "Okay, yeah, cool.
You
think you could talk to somebody?" I say, "Yeah, I got you." I'll go like, "Who am I talk to?" But it ended up happening. I don't know, who really put those pieces to the puzzle together, but it happened for you, and I'm glad that you was able to get open up on my card. I think that was
my manager. Big. My manager really fought. He fought hard because I told him I was like, because it was other cards that was around y'all fight date, that they was trying to put me on. And I was like, man, I want to fight with Shawn. I want to fight on Shawn card. You know what I mean? And he was able to get it done, man. So, big shout out to my manager Dave McWaters.
Hey, I had a question for you. And I hopefully you can answer this for the people. What is it about Cleveland that like in boxing? Why is boxing in Cleveland? What's so special about Cleveland, and why do we produce great boxers?
I feel like, man, we always had just that. We always had the it factor in Cleveland. Like, it's just something about boxing in Cleveland, man. We just always got that it factor. Like, no matter like the coaches, like I feel like most fighters that make it out of Cleveland, it's just naturally just talented. You know what I'm saying? Like, we just naturally talented, man. Like, just Cleveland fighters. Like, and I feel that way just with the Midwest in general. Like, because you got Chicago, you got Detroit. You know what I'm saying? Then the rest of Ohio, Cincinnati, Toledo, Columbus. It's always been like, we just always had that natural gift for boxing.
I mean, Shawn mentioned earlier you being the next guy, which I think is definitely true. But how cool is it? You got, a couple weeks, 2 weeks now, Montana fights, Brainell's on the card.
Yeah.
You got Abdullah Mason fighting on the same card as you. How cool is it to be a part of that next generation that's going to take over for Shawn, Mickey Bay?
I mean, I ain't gonna lie, it feels good that it feels good that we got guys like Shawn and everybody from his generation and so on that's watching us. You know what I mean? And they actually they're actually supporting us. You know what I mean? And I feel like that's a lot of love right there. You know what I mean? Like, even active fighters that's supporting us. You know what I mean? And I feel like that means a lot. Just coming up when you don't have a lot of support, a big support system, and then you got Andre Ward, you got Shawn Porter, you got other fighters. You got Terrence Crawford that's watching us. You got Tyson Fury watching us. It's a lot of fighters that's really supporting us, and that actually means a lot.
That really tripped me up when we were at the Olympic trials in 2007, and Evander Holyfield was there, and I think that might have been the first time for me where it was like a Hall of Famer, a legend was like in the same room while I was doing my thing, and then
you were going super hard.
I wasn't, because I didn't know he was there.
Oh, okay.
Probably would have changed some things for me had I known he was there. And I still was very oblivious to what I learned actually later on in my career. What I learned was that these legends, these Hall of Famers, even though they're retired, they still have someone to watch. And that's what it really clicked. Things clicked for me when I realized that the ones that I looked up to were looking at me. And I was that took me to a whole nother level, knowing that people were looking at me. And I just feel like boxing in Cleveland's always had a light over it. And I'm humbled that I could carry that light until guys like Tiger right here, and Montana's really doing this thing on another level right now too. And to see Raynell making a comeback, that's special.
Yeah, that is, yeah.
I saw him back in June, and he said he thought he might want to come back. I looked at him and I said, yo, you can do this. You know what I mean? So anybody that doesn't know Raynell, he was a 2008 Olympian.
Yeah.
Came back all the way through the Olympic trials in the losers bracket to beat the champion twice to represent the Americans in his weight class in 2008. So that was a big deal in itself. And then he went on to have somewhat of a quiet career, and now trying to come back and relight the flame, I think is really cool. And you get to be at home to see all of it.
Yeah, that's I was at his comeback fight, man. It's just, I haven't seen Raynell fight. The last time I seen Raynell fight in person, man, I was a little kid, man. I watched him the Golden Gloves. That was like the last time I seen him fight. I came up, you know what I'm saying? Like, I done watched Shawn do Golden Gloves. Remember when they had it? We used to have it downtown at the
at Tower City?
No, it was at what was it at?
That Mason's Hall, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
I done, like, it's crazy, man. Like, to see him back in the ring, and he's actually back in the mix. So,
And I was talking to Sappho, Renardo Sappho, as your head coach. Sappho has had champion after champion on the amateur level, and now I would say you're probably like the guy that he's really, has been able to turn pro and get to another level with as a professional. But um, talking to Sappho, and we were talking about kind of the lineage of boxing, and I wanted to know. I said, Sappho, like, where did you come from? And he told me that his coach came up with Clint Martin and Duncan and all those rest of those guys. I know we talking this ain't our language right now, but the point of it is there's a lineage in boxing that is in Cleveland that's just so far and none of it's watered down. And that's kind of what Sappho and I were talking about, how they've been able to really hand everything down. I said everything that my dad showed me, I'm gonna show to another fighter, but I'm showing them everything that my dad showed me, but he's showing me everything that Clint Martin showed him. So the lineage has really been able to move on, and I think that's really where the success in boxing in Cleveland comes from. Is the fact that there's been great, and you're right. Like a lot of us are born with like just this athletic talent that is on another level, kind of that it factor, and then you culminate that with the fact that these coaches know exactly what they're talking about and the stuff that's just been handed down, So you're definitely a part of the breed,
right.
I talking to Sappho the other day, I was just like damn, like like I didn't realize like we family, you know what I mean? Not as much as I learned more than I had already knew. I know Sappho my whole life, so at some capacity he's family, but then to see where his links in the chain were in the same links as mine, I was like, damn, like this is how it's done.
Yeah.
Yeah. The other side of why we're here is to interact with the fans. I say this every time I do a live show. We gonna get to y'all. We gonna get to y'all.
Never happens.
And we never get to y'all. So this one is for y'all. Definitely want to keep Tiger in tune as well. So
I was gonna say we don't want to keep him. We want to keep him too long.
Yeah. And on top of that, we don't want to keep him too long either. So if you guys got maybe a couple questions for Tiger, and we'll keep you maybe another 10 to 15 minutes. Who you fighting this coming weekend?
Esteban Garcia. He's a southpaw from California.
6 rounds.
Yeah.
First 6 rounder.
No. This my last 6 rounder.
Oh, damn.
Anything looking from your last fight going into into this one? What's something Shawn always talks about, things you can improve on as a young fighter? Or anything you really want to kind of lock in on?
Pretty much, just tightening up on, my punches, just setting up more traps, working more in the pocket, pretty much just setting up combinations and just, being more busy and just using my jab more.
Okay, there you go.
And then for this fight, I'm fighting a southpaw, so of course I had some sparring partners that was southpaw, so we had just working on different techniques of just fighting a southpaw.
Yeah. Is that a big thing for you, fighting a southpaw?
I mean, not really. I kind of I feel like in the fight, I'm already working on it in camp, but then in the fight, let's say if it's like a awkward southpaw, that I'm not familiar with, I'm pretty good at adjusting in the fight. So I feel like me just having the knowledge that I already know coming into the fight, it'll.
Have you fought? Obviously, you haven't as a pro. Have you fought a decent amount of southpaws as an amateur? You ever fight a southpaw?
I fought a lot of southpaws in amateurs.
Gotcha.
In the Olympics, I had to fight 2 southpaws back to back. So
yeah, that's not bad then.
Yeah.
C. Dewberry, he asked where you can watch the fight. Tiger's fight is going to be on the ESPN Plus app. Fights All Night are on the ESPN Plus app. Yeah, we got Fights All Night.
Yeah, that's gonna be a card. I mean, we mentioned earlier, everyone that's on that, you just tune in whenever it starts.
Yeah,
and you're gonna be watching a lot of Olympians, a lot of young stars. How cool is that? I know we mentioned you being on the next wave of Cleveland fighters, like with Abdullah and Montana. How does it feel to kind of be coming up with these guys, like all of your Olympic teammates, Keyshawn, I know Bruce Carrington wasn't an official Olympian, but like Bruce, Duke, Troy, how cool is that for you
He
guys?
said he kicked your ass
camaraderie.
too.
Who did?
Yeah.
Who, Shushu did?
Shushu,
Man,
yeah.
man. But no, it was a good fight. Me and him fought. It was my first elite nationals. I was coming from youth, and we was really actually meant to meet in the finals, but I guess they messed up on the brackets or whatever, and they put us on the same side. But we fought in the semis, man, and like we had the whole building going crazy. Like the whole building was at our ring.
And that wasn't nothing but speed and just back and forth, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a good fight, man. Like he had the whole East Coast booing me.
Yeah.
So
Dang.
it was a crazy fight. But yeah, man, it feels good, man, that I get to fight with my my Olympic teammates and fight with with Abdullah, and it feels good because it's something that we always talked about. Like for my first year on the team, being with Troy and Duke and Keyshawn, we always talked about being on each other's cars or just being at each other's fights in the pros and still doing our thing, and now it's actually happening.
Does it help as far as, Shawn, you could probably weigh in on this as well, where
I'm retired.
No, it's one thing for like Shawn to be like, hey, you can do this, this, and this, but is it nice to have people that are coming up, same amount of fights? Troy and Duke, I think, have 7 fights, but is it nice for they can point something out to you and you can point something out to them as you're all kind of coming up together?
Yeah, we always helping each other out some kind of way. Like if I see for example, if I see Troy or Duke or Keyshawn or whatever, I'm watching they fight and it's something that I feel like they could have did better, then I'm gonna tell them. I can be like, okay, kid, you could have did this and that, or Duke, you could have used your jab a little, you know what I'm saying, or just little stuff like that. And whenever they see me doing something, they'll call me and be like, yo, like you looked good, but and stuff. So we always helping each other out some kind of way.
You got history, so it's not ever a disrespectful.
Yeah, it's always genuine.
Yeah.
Question for you from Kevin. He wants to know what your future goals are and fights you want to have.
My future goals, I just want to just keep proving that that I'm a top professional fighter. Just keep proving to everybody that I belong with the in the same conversation with the top fighters in my weight class. You know what I mean? And I've been doing good. At my debut, I had to fight somebody that was 4-1. And each fight it was just a step up each fight. Like the guy I'm fighting this Saturday is 15-1 with 8 knockouts. You know what I mean? So they constantly, stepping me up each fight, and I'm showing that, that I'm developing as each fight go on, and I'm just keep proving myself, and I just want to, do something big for Cleveland.
I'm all for that. You feel good at 140?
Yeah. I haven't fought at 140 yet, but this fight is gonna be at 143. So
okay. Working your way down.
Yeah, working my way down.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
You did the Olympics at 47?
52.
50. Oh, at 52.
Yeah.
Okay. You working your way down. Sweet. Love that.
You fought at 143 once.
Yeah. 44?
They actually brought 147 back 45? Too. That's the crazy part.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just saw that.
Yeah, they brought it. Like all the weight class they took out for us, they brought it back right afterwards. Yeah. I'm like, dang, that's crazy. They done brought 156, 47.
Real quick, the amateur boxing champions that I've been creating and started. Got great news for everybody out there. We got on the line with Apple today, and we are now certified Apple developers. So now we officially will have our app. My guys are texting me right now, getting the information from me. So we'll have the app created like in the matter of a week, if not less. I'm just super, super hyped. I was texting you this morning. You was like, yo, I don't know what you on right now.
He was on another level today.
But I was just super, super hyped. When you working on business and business starts to move the way you want it to, you get excited, especially where, now that I put all my time and energy into certain things. And when you start to see them working out, I was hyped. I was on another level.
About business.
I was on another level. So producer, shout out to DDA, our road producer. We were in Colorado Springs working with the amateurs, interviewing all those guys. And he said, yo, I was thinking amateurboxingchampions.com is a little long. I grabbed abchamps.com. What do you think about using that instead? So that's kind of the official announcement to you all right now. If you've been waiting on amateurboxingchampions.com, it's we are in the process of editing some videos right now to get them up on the website. We already have a lot of fighters already profiled on the website. We're gonna clean it all up, and the app will be coming soon. And then we're gonna rebrand it to abchamps.com. Much simpler, much quicker, easier to get to all those things. But if you guys have been watching, paying attention to the PorterWay Podcast, we've had Bruce Carrington on a number of times. We've talked about him. We've shown highlights of him, and he fought Tiger Johnson right across from me. Back in the day, I fought Daniel Jacobs. Back in the day, I fought Demetrius Andrade. I'm trying to think of some other like big names that you guys would know, so that you understand
guys,
that.
Like, I think Frank Martin, didn't he fight like Virgil Ortiz?
Yeah,
you can connect every dot.
Yeah,
like when it comes to amateur
lot of Terrence Crawford fought Danny Garcia back in the day in the Olympic trials. You know, so the point of me saying all that is I'm connecting some dots, and I'm trying to make it so that you guys can see semifinals, finals fights. That one happened to be like y'all were the first night, you and Shushu.
No, that was the semis. That was
y'all were the semis.
Yeah, we was the semis.
So, yes, y'all would have had an opportunity to see two Olympians go at it against one another. You know, so that's what I'm trying to create with this Amateur Boxing Champions, is a way for people to see what's coming much sooner than when y'all are 10-0 as pros. Now y'all have multiple platforms and outlets to be seen and talk your stuff and get people to see who you are. But tell me what you, just kind of based on what I just said, what do you think about the Amateur Boxing Champions that I've created, that I'm starting for, you know, to help highlight what's going on in the amateur programs?
Man, that's big, man. Like that's real big. Like you giving the amateur scene a chance to be seen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's real big, man. Cause you got a lot of cause you know, in amateur boxing, it's biased. You know what I mean? You got, you know what I'm saying? It's good fighters everywhere, you know what I mean? But you might just have this three amateur fighters that only gets the recognition just off of just, you know, they just be like that sometimes. Yeah, just names. Yeah. So by you having the website with the highlights and everything like that gives everybody a chance to show the world, like, you know, they skills and everything. So that's big right there.
We went to Colorado Springs. We interviewed, I think, like 10 or 11 different other fighters. Contacted all of them. We got them sending us fights. We're going to cut up their fights and create highlight reels for them. Of course, going to have the in-depth interviews of them so people can see their stories, see them, and get connected to them. By the 2024 games, I want people tuning in, especially boxing fans, tuning in to see who my American fighter is and how far are they going to go, and just really rooting for y'all, opposed to seeing that y'all made it to the semis. All right, cool. Yeah. Now you're really on TV and I don't got to look for you. Mm-hmm. Now let me watch, you know? So I'm working on some things, and we should be down in Texas for the next national tournament, broadcasting the semis and the finals on the platform live as well. So
yeah, that's big.
Yeah. What I said, NBA, basketball, football, every sport out there has it except for boxing, where you see the young players that are coming up. You see the young athletes much sooner than when they become professionals.
Right.
You're hip to them. You know who they are. You are watching TV waiting on them to get drafted.
Right.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So no, there's no drafting in boxing, but a lot the same. Once you turn pro, you're like, oh man, my man's turned pro. He's fighting on the ESPN Plus app. Make sure you check him out. And that's what we're trying to do for you right now.
There was a draft. Top Rank had like every first round pick of all time. That last one. Run through all of those.
Real quick, any closing thoughts from you, Tiger Johnson, before you get up out of here? We didn't want to keep you too long. We wanted you to get out of here and get your rest and all, get back to your workout and all that kind of stuff too.
Pretty much just just a big shout out to, you know, everybody that supported me. You know, a huge shout out to you guys for having me on the show and also supporting me. I'm feeling ready, man, for this. I'm excited to fight this Saturday because this is my first time fighting in New York. So I just want to, I want to give a chance to really, you know, put on a good show in front of, you know, thousands of fans that's going to be in New York. So that's going to be, man, real exciting. And, you know, just basically just putting on for Cleveland, you know. I just want to play, you know, do my part to put on for the city, you know, Shawn and, you know, Terrell Goucher and Mickey Bay, like, you know, they did their part. They paved the way for, you know, guys like me and Abdullah, Montana. So I just want to, you know, play my part and just keep it going for Cleveland. So
that's cool. That's cool. Y'all can see that he's really humble, but I want you to tell everybody why they should watch you box. Tell people why they should. If you sell me, I need to know why I should watch you fight. You're a good looking dude, but that ain't enough. Ain't enough.
Pretty much, you know, even since an amateur, man, I always been an exciting fighter. You know what I mean? I got all the tools. You know what I mean? And I can punch. I'm fast. You know, good movement, reflexes. You know, I got everything I need to do to win. You know what I'm saying? If I gotta put the pressure on somebody, if my corner say walk him down, then that's what I'm gonna do. If they say you know, box him, I'm gonna do that. You know what I mean? And while I'm doing it, I'm excited. I'm not just in there, you know, just going with the motions or, you know, just I'm in there, man. I'm having fun. Yeah. Like I'm in the ring having fun, man.
And tell them Cleveland in the ring.
Yeah.
Tell them that's why you watch, because Cleveland in the ring, and that's how we do's it.
Right.
That's what's up. I'm excited to see you, man. Looking forward to the fight. And as always, let me know what's going on. I'm always there to support you, big dog.
Appreciate it, man.
Yes,
Appreciate
sir.
it.
Always.
Yeah.